Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, this is Mr. the Black Channel here at Taker Talker, and market trying to stabilize after getting waxed yesterday, but the leadership here is a little sketch. So let's take a look. So if we go back here, we know SPY, we're getting to the end of the month, and we got one more day to see if we can hold on to an inside month. However, we're closer to now we're getting closer to being a down month next week. So we'll see, and you can see here starting to stabilize on the daily upper left, and you can see here it's coming back into the previous range here. So we'll see. We're still red on the week, still a down week, and you can see here on the 60 flatlining or the 30 flatlining in here. So we really want to see on a 60, how do you get out of this, right? All this mess. Was this the morning low, and then we come back through all this stuff, or do we start to roll back down? Because we got some sketchy stuff out there. We do have the Qs right now here going inside on the 60, so either side of that's going to get my attention. You go upper left, and you see the QQQ is still an inside day, handily inside month, but now we're like the SPY, we're sitting closer to the lows. So right now we had just like a comeback in the energies. You got financials going flat, basically tech trying to hold us up. We got Apple having earnings tonight, and Apple still holding on to an inside day, but skirting near the highs, so we'll see if that holds on, because SMH here is trying to hold the boat up. Now you're an inside 60. You can see that taking out yesterday's highs. And that's something you want to look for after a day when things get crushed. Anything that can take out yesterday's highs when the SPY does this. Here, peak, right? Anything that can take out yesterday's highs gets my attention. So, or we had to come back here in Marvell, which helped some of them semis here too. So when you have a gap down, right, oftentimes we say that's exhaustion risk. You're taking out a whole bunch of lows here, and everybody wants to dump, might have dumped, and then it can come back up. So when you look at here on the 60, you're going to see this. This is a 2 down because it took out that low, and then boom, there's your 2-2 reversal right here. 37.18, trading 38.85, and if you go down to a 15er, you're going to see this here, inside on the 15. And this is a reversal because this was a 2 down, inside back up, and then this is the continuation. Up, inside, off she goes. Comes down to triangle out a little bit. How's that 30 looking? And gives you, no, it wasn't quite an inside 30, but you can see this is also a reversal on the 30. And so the semi's coming back, and you've got things like LRCX here. And you can see this upper left. It's going to be 2-2 reversal, right? This is a 2 down. Boom, back through previous range, and that's going to try and take the week back green here, you see? So we'll see how much more that's got. Go back down to our 60. What do you got here? Here you can see this outside 60 here, and then boom, right here, takes it back up. That's 3-2. Now we'll see if that keeps going. You've got stuff like, SWKS coming up here. Let me see, how's that doing on the day? SWKS, and you can see that right here. As soon as it takes out the day, right, that's your reversal there. Over 142.94, trading 144.84. That's not bad so far. If we go to the chickens, we got some news in the chickens. SAFM, what's going on here? Looks like Tyson wants to buy SAFM, so we'll see how that plays out. We got Tyson. What's that doing on this? Quieting down in PPC. Sympathy chickens. We'll see if anything comes to that. You've got Moderna. Going after that vaccine, cooling them off now here a little bit. And you can see up here the inside day in the upper left. Then the down, and then boom, there's your rev strat as soon as it comes back through here. Reversal over 69.47, got up over 74. Now you can see it's cooling them off a little bit. And here you can see this tight range in the 60 here. Takes it out, and then your reversal back through, and there's your broadening formation now. So we'll see if we can get out of there or just cool off here on the new 60. But there it is. I mean, this is what you look for with momentum hammer. Stop them out. Boom. Anybody short this thing got jammed right there, and they took them all out at one shot. If we go to Facebook. Facebook got some earnings here too. Now you're inside on the 60 here in the lower left. But once again, you can see this. The inside day in the upper left. The big down, and then boom, the reversal right here above 278.79, and that took that out, and we'll see if anything more comes of that. Still an inside week waiting for earnings on Facebook. ADS. And ADS having a nice day here, and you can see this once again. 2 down, taking out previous low, Off she goes, boom, off she goes, back to the previous range, stopping them out. And so the goal here was to take all this out, which it did, because we're going to have stops here, 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 and take them all, boom, in one shot, and there's your broadening formation. So we'll see if anything more comes out yet. LRCX going to the highs as I speak. We've got now. And now cooling off, like I said, we're always going to be aware of these new 60s, right? What's this going to set up here? Because you did have your outside day, inside day, gap down, and then boom, gap back up. A little tricky on that one, but we'll see if anything sets up again. You did have your inside 60 here, and now cooling off. Watching these 60s here. Q's trying to take the inside 30 to the upside first. So starting to firm up here just a tad here, a little bit more. If we go to IPHI. IPHI inside 60 right now, so we can see if that can go directional here above 142.12. You're there right now, and you can see this on the monthly when it starts doing that. This is the pattern we look for. The outside bar, stop them out, two back up, it's two back through here, you see, because this is the outside bar, and now these two become the outside bar of that over 141.99. Does its job. Now we'll see if it keeps going. If we go to TTD, and TTD, once again, the inside day, upper left, pokes down, boom, coming back through here. So TTD might have some more room to take these guys out if we can strengthen this up. We've got a new issue opening here, LESL, Leslie's, here, and we'll see what this does. Just opened, and a nice little mover here. So this is what you look for in a 5-minute. The poke up, the poke down, boom, right there. There's your 222 off the 5 here above 21.16. Would have been nice. We'll see if that sets up again for you. And that just opened. If you go to WB, and WB, now inside on the 60 here, you see that because here, taking the month, the inside week, and the inside day to the upside. So we'll see if that 60 can get that going. Marvell goes to the highs. JLL. And JLL, you can see this here, taking out yesterday's highs, right? And so the reason that's important, once again, is that yesterday had a big sell-off, right? And then anybody who's short can stay short, but if they take out yesterday's highs, anybody short from yesterday was hoping that these things would puke more, but they didn't. And you got your reversal, and that's how you stick it to them, jam it to them. We had YY coming up here a little bit. Same deal, and you see it didn't gap. It was a little fast on that 60, but that's when you have them good scans and go after that stuff. On the downside, we got XLV here. And XLV now trying to stabilize here on these 60s, but to start the day, it's a little rough over there with UNH here, taking out yesterday's lows, right? Here's your reversal on the weekly. Pokes up, back to previous range, right? And so that also puts it back to red on the month for the potential compound outside month. And that tells us to look at Humana. Here, having some issues on the weekly. You see that T2 reversal back down. ANTM. Here, now trying to stabilize a little bit on that. But we call this Momo shoot. When they poke up and then come back down. Anybody hoping these babies come back up, you stop out a bunch of the shorts. When anybody stopped against this, it gets wiped to the downside. There's your weekly reversal up in the upper middle. 2 up, 2 back down. You have Cigna over there as well, getting hit, now skirting the lows. If we go to Overstock, this is a real mess. This is on the gap list in the morning, right, that I tweet out. And so if you go up to the 60, big outside bar, and if you go to the 30, let's go to the 15er. Here's what you look for in the 15-minute. It goes up, it comes in, that's a 2 up, right, because it took out this high. And then boom, as soon as it hits this, that's your 2-2 reversal here below 75.80, trading 65.80. There you go, nice 10-bucker. And you had another inside 15er here. A little tricky down in here, but just if you just followed it down in the 30s or the 60s, you're doing just fine. There's another inside 30. So here, there's so many ways on that 15er. Even right here, right, is the 2-2 reversal on the 30 below 74, right, to become the outside bar, which was the 60, you see. And then you have your inside 30 here to add to it, below 69.80, and still puking. That's gorgeous. That's just pretty. And EXAS, And EXAS, the pattern we look for, here we go, the inside day here. All right. So you're still not going to stay in this mother bar, but this thing moves around enough to play with that. You just want to mind your 60, 30, make sure it keeps going. But that was below 124.91, and now trading 120. That's not bad. If we go to Peloton, yeah. Peloton having all sorts of trouble here, and you can see that big outside day. It's also taking out last week's lows, continuing, right? So it's still green on the month, and it would have some distance to take that out. But obviously, you can see it moves around enough to have some fun in here. It's good on 60. 60 is your outside 60. How about 15er? 15er outside 15er, and here's what you look for once again. Here's an outside bar. Then it pokes up above it. Then here's your 2-2 reversal. Back down here below 117.82 because it's took out the high. And then when that takes that out, because this is an outside bar, we're looking to take this out at least 117.06, which we did, and then keeps going. If we go to the crowd. The crowd is taking out last week's lows. It's red on the month and taking out yesterday's lows. So we'll see when you 15er like here. The outside bar right here, then the 2 up, and then boom, these three become an outside bar of all that, you see? So we'll see if that sets up again. How's that 60 looking? Okay, we'll see if we go to GWPH. And GWPH now stabilizing with some inside 60s. Just keeping an eye on this because it's red on the month, taking out last week's lows, right? And so we've been talking about this since here, right? The inside month pokes up and then bam, we're looking to become an outside bar of this, which it has done, right? And it's set up in here, the inside week, and then pokes up, and then boom, right back through there, right? Rev Strat style to the downside. If we go to FSLR, in FSLR, just coming into the gap, that's a 2-2 reversal on the daily, so we can see if that sets up again coming down through here. Okay, watching this market, still trying to stabilize off that new 60. And the SPY doing this here on the 60, you see? Here. The 2 up, the 2 down, and now boom. For the next hour, SPY good over 329.32, if it just stay there. If we go to ZM. ZM having some issues here, going back towards the lows. Here's your outside day and then 3-2 downside to take a bunch of this stuff out. It also, what that does is it causes the reversal on the weekly. Here, the 2 up, then boom, these two become an outside bar of that. You're hoping for a little bit more in here. And as we come into the end of the month, we want to see how close we are to the next 2. And right now it's closer to going 2-2 back down. So we'll see if they want to bring that baby in a little bit. If you go to CRE, CRE is having a rough day, and you can see this weekly here. 2 up, slight higher high, bam, back to previous range. Is that what we like? It is. And now you can just see it cratering here, so we'll see if that sets up again. If we go to W, having some issues this morning. And Marvell going to the highs as I speak. And W, going after last week's lows. Potential outside month and red here in the middle. And then here, the 2 up. Boom, take out the lows here. These are an outside bar of this. All right, see that? Okay, good. If we go to CTSH, here's another real nice 60. Right now, looking to see if we can get this to go an outside day, come ripping through this range. Outside week already, but here it goes up, and the 60. Here's your reversal right there. Right here, below 73.67. How's the 15er? Beautiful. Inside 212 reversal off the 15 right there. 75.29 down to 71.78. Not bad. If we go to ABMD, stuck in here, so we'll see how it gets out of this. Did go inside 60 down, just can't get out of the mother bar here, but we'll see. Red on all time frames. If we go to Casey's General Store, like so. Starting to come back a little bit, but you get that inside week to the downside, which is causing the outside month. F5, just a couple more. F5 is also inside day and down here, so we'll see what more comes of that. All right, so we're watching these the futures firm up just a tad. We got some big boy earnings coming out after the bell. SMH trying to float this boat, so I'd keep an eye on those semis. All right, I think that's going to do it for today. As always, my videos here at Smith the Black Channel are always free, so come on, check it out. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker with a Strat Time Report.